full-time college student. I saw videos of kids my age saying, listen, there's this thing called TikTok Shop and I'm making 10, 20 grand a month. I'm like, this is my chance and we're going to see what happens. I had a basic understanding of how to format a viral video. Start with like a hook to grab people's attention. July 1st was my first ever $100 commission day. I just found a gold mine. I'm going all in. There's scripting, there's product research, there's trial and error. There's a lot that goes into the process that people don't understand. Finding the balance of entertainment and a sales pitch. TikTok is an entertainment app. People don't go on TikTok to be sold to. They go on TikTok to be entertained.
What is estimated lifetime GMV for you?
In between 500 and 600,000.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to TikTok Shop Affiliate Academy, a podcast that uncovers the story and strategy from the top 1% of TikTok Shop affiliates. Don't forget to join our free community at affiliateacademyhq.com. I am with a very special guest today, John. He is a 20-year-old college student, kind of seeing the success on TikTok Shop. It's really inspiring to hear about, but welcome to the show, John.
Thanks for having me, Ivan.
Looking forward to it. Cool. So as always, we like to start out the show with a little bit of background, what was John doing before TikTok or even TikTok Shop? Like, what did your life look like before? And then how you stumbled upon it?
Sure. So I'd like to classify myself as an aspiring entrepreneur pretty much my whole life. I mean, in fourth grade, starting just random businesses, clothing brands, whatever it may be. And none of that amounted to anything. Obviously you could accomplish a lot at a young age, but in my personal experience, I would always start something and just not follow through, didn't stick with it. And that's normal, I think, for kids my age. And so I've always been looking out for sort of opportunities, especially in this online money age. I was always sort of staying in tune with what the new things were. And I guess just through social media, I saw videos of kids my age and then some older adults saying, listen, there's this thing called TikTok Shop and I'm making 10, 20 grand a month, whatever it was. And I'm like sitting here and I'm like, this is my chance. I'm giving this my all and we're going to see what happens. I'm done sitting around and not trying. So gave it my all and worked out.
Yeah. It sounds a lot like me, like very entrepreneurial. I hear you. I did SEO blogs. I did drop shipping. I did everything that you see, your YouTube commercials will pitch to you, right? All that stuff.
Right.
And, but it sounds okay. So you saw TikTok. How long ago, I guess, did you have a TikTok account prior that had the followers to be an affiliate? How did that, and then how long ago was this?
Yeah. So it was actually somewhat of a, not a crazy story, but unique story. I feel like basically freshman year of high school, I posted a video which was just a random like meme style video just for the sake of getting likes. I posted it and I'm like, I know this is going to go viral because it was trending at the time, right? And that video ended up getting a million views, a million likes, whatever it was, but it generated me over 25,000 followers from a single video,
Wow.
which was pretty lucky looking back, because I didn't touch that account for 2-3 years. I wasn't an avid poster by any means. That was like one of the only things I've ever posted on social media, period. But I had this account sitting around, and then when TikTok Shop came around, I had the follower requirement. But before that, actually, it was the creator rewards program where you got paid for those views and that engagement. And I was doing that as well because I was just going to take whatever opportunity TikTok was going to give me at the time. And I was posting content on there, making some money, but not to the levels of TikTok Shop by any means.
Okay. So you had kind of, I don't call it like a fluke account, but you had a recent or a long time viral account, got the followers, had that, did a little bit of the creator where you're getting paid for views. And then TikTok Shop came about, and you see these other similar looking people and just all walks of life saying, hey, I can make money on TikTok Shop. And you're like, wait a minute, I can do what that person's doing. And so you did it, right? You put those first videos. Where did you, how were those first videos like? Like, where did you learn? Where did you get inspiration? How did you make those first videos?
Yeah. So The first couple videos I posted were golf putter grip videos, right? Like a Super Stroke putter grip. I don't know if you play golf or anything like
Yeah, I
that,
do.
but essentially
Took
it was
it up.
just a yeah, $15 putter grip, and I took existing golf clips that I had in my camera roll of me and my friend playing,
Yeah.
and I guess one of us had like a Super Stroke grip already. I didn't even have the product, and I just threw it in CapCut, added some captions, AI voiceover, something like that, and I had a basic understanding of how to format a viral video, right? Start with like a hook that's
From before.
evoking some emotion. So it was kind of like, "Oh, you suck at golf." That was what the voiceover was, to
Yeah.
grab people's attention and cause some controversy. And that video ended up selling a ton of putter grips, like right off the bat, my first video.
First
And I'm like,
video.
"Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the easiest
Okay.
money ever,"
Money
right?
printing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, "I just found a gold mine. I need to do like I'm going all in, whatever." And turned out I just struck some luck in the beginning because as soon as I started trying, all of a
Yeah.
sudden I realized this is gonna be harder than I thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be harder than, your first video putting up and making sense, but it's good. It's a good sign that
Right,
you had that taste and now you wanna try to follow it.
right.
How long ago did you make that first video of TikTok Shop? Or when was that first video?
First TikTok shop video was in May of last year.
Okay, so
So
just around a
almost
year.
exactly yeah, a little bit over a year I've been doing it.
And then you caught lightning in the bottle and you got a relatively viral video or like a high sales video off your first video. So that's great. And then my second question is always around the lines of like, okay, you saw some success and inevitably there's going to be some downturns, right? You're not going to have the success that you did at some point, right? So talk me through those like follow-up videos. Like you weren't getting the sales you were, like how did you kind of push past that? Did you what are some things that kind of kept you going?
Right, that was definitely a tough,
Yeah.
realization because I knew at that point it wasn't gonna be all sunshine and rainbows. I was kinda like I was giving it a lot of effort, honestly, and
Yeah.
throughout May, I was posting inconsistently, seeing inconsistent results, and I knew how much opportunity there was, so I told myself, "This June, as soon as it turns June, I'm gonna post," I think it was, like, 3 times a day, for the
Yeah.
next 30 days, okay? Just to
Okay.
stick with that, give myself a challenge, see what I can do. And throughout the month, I saw some success. It wasn't great. There were some definitely times where I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work as well as I thought. And I
Yeah.
remember I on the last day of June, I posted my videos and I completed the full month of videos. And
Yeah.
that following day, I think July 1st was my first ever $100 commission day. And at that
Yeah.
point, I was like, this has got to be a sign, right? I just put in a full month's of work, stuck to my original plan, and it ended up paying off. So that was my
Yeah.
kind of coming up story.
Love it. Okay. Yeah. So that was my next question of like, did you stick to that plan of yours of every day? And I imagine, being a student, this was like your summer. Like you're going into summer thinking like I have all this time. Let me dedicate at least 3 a day, right?
Right.
And
So in my case, obviously, like there's some pressure, especially around my age, to obviously have a job first of
yeah,
all, and then second of all, get an internship if you can. Right. That's
right.
sort of the steps in today's society of how to
Yeah.
become successful. So I'm definitely against that. I
Yeah.
despise the thought of going down that route. So for me, I was going to do anything to escape that.
Yeah.
And I told my parents, listen, you got to trust me on this. Let me give this my all this summer and see what I can do. If it doesn't work, fine, I'll get the internship. And I gave it my all and it ended up working out and had some good months in the summer. And I've been doing it ever since. So yeah, it worked out basically.
I'm curious, fast forward 1 year with all the success that you've had, what do they say now?
Right, so it's been definitely an adjustment or, for a lot of it's really tough because this is obviously so new.
Yeah.
So, for my parents and then for adults that I know, adults in my life, family members, friends' parents, it's a bit confusing,
Yeah.
right, to
Yeah, I
see
mean, not everyone gets
and
it. Yeah.
Right. No, not everyone gets it. They don't believe it, and there's a almost a bad connotation with TikTok, right? If you say like, "Oh, I do TikTok," like it just doesn't sound legit, honestly,
Yeah.
and it doesn't sound like real work because on a surface level, you're just posting videos, right? You're just posting TikToks and making a ton of money on a surface level.
Yeah.
But there's scripting, there's product research, there's trial and error. There's a lot that goes into the process that people don't understand. And I don't sit here trying to convince people that that's how it's done.
Yeah.
Um, so I kind of just step back and let people think what they want to think. But inevitably, this TikTok shop it's gonna blow up. I mean, it's already blown up, but it's only gonna get bigger and better. And soon enough,
Yeah.
buying on TikTok shop is gonna be just as common as buying on Amazon. Right? That's the
100%.
way I see it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I
Oh,
feel.
but, to
Yeah.
answer your sorry to get off track there, but to answer your question regarding my parents, it's definitely been an adjustment. Right now, they know I've found success, so they're supportive of what
Yep.
I'm doing. They know how I feel about, the traditional career path, but there's definitely some hesitancy regarding going all in, I
Yeah.
guess,
No,
because,
I hear you.
you
I mean,
know.
you speak to me because like when I was like I'm 40s now, but when I was like in my, late 20s, early 30s, they wanted me to go to like grad school bad. And I had the same kind of entrepreneurial bug like you. I was like, why am I going to spend 100,000, $200,000 on grad school when I can spend 100,000 on like a business idea that I wanted to do, right? So yeah, I kind of have this, it's very similar kind of parallels between like what we're saying.
Right.
It's like and they want to be supported at the same time, because they see the value in it, etc. So but yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool to see
I
that you went from idea with a little bit of kind of hesitancy to now it's like, hey, look at me now, like jump on board a little bit. So that's cool.
Right. It's definitely a good feeling, I'd say.
Yeah,
I
love it.
mean, you can yeah, I definitely, make it a little bit more deep than it is,
Yeah,
because I'm super, um, anti, I guess, doing what you don't wanna do in life.
yeah,
Like, I'm a true believer in, like, you only live once, so I'm not gonna spend a single moment of it doing something I hate doing.
yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit back to May, June. You're kind of going through that month-long sprint, and you're getting very much success. But now you're doing, you're getting great success, right? What do you think changed in that? Maybe it's June or July that took you from semi-success here and there to like, okay, serious business here. I'm making pretty good money on TikTok Shop.
Right. Honestly, our turning point, I
Yeah,
say "our" because I work really close with 2 of my friends on videos and stuff like that. Our turning point really was February of 2025 this year.
yeah,
That's when everything started to click, and we had our first pretty, like, big substantial month, I'd say. And at that point, obviously, January, we had the TikTok ban,
yep,
um, in the works, I guess. So there was I was almost already done with TikTok Shop. Honestly, I was moving on to other things. I was mentally prepared for TikTok to go away, but the transition from last year to this year was just honestly understanding a converting video versus a viral video.
okay,
And that's like a common misconception because you'll see a TikTok shop video with a million likes or a million views, whatever it is, and you sit there and think, wow, this person has made a ton of money on these videos. But I've seen on my own account and a lot of other people's accounts, you can have 10 million views and make $10 as well. So it's not always virality that's going to make you that money. So it's kind of that understanding of how to make a converting video that's taken us to these higher levels, I guess.
yeah. No, I love that. So you talk about the transition to more converting videos. What are like one or two things that you could, share on what was that, change that clicked in your head?
Right. It's definitely about finding the balance of entertainment and almost a sales pitch, right?
Yep.
You need to find that perfect balance where you're entertaining because at the end of the day, TikTok is an entertainment app. People don't
Yep.
go on TikTok to be sold to; they go on TikTok to be entertained.
Yeah.
So you need to provide that
Yep.
first and then sell, right?
Yeah.
But it's you can get away from it and think you don't even realize you're doing it, but you make a video that's strictly based around entertainment and there's
Yep.
no persuasion involved.
Hmm.
So on a technical side, you obviously want to include basic formatting parts of a viral video, but including things like a call to action
Hmm.
at the end to really sell that product, or introducing limited time deals and limited supply, stuff like that, to make the viewer more inclined to buy.
Yeah. So would you say that defining factor is just more calls to action, or is there something like in your body, in your script that kind of leads towards that sales process? Or yeah, how do you get from
Yeah,
entertainment to sales, let's say?
right. It varies because obviously there's a wide variety of products. So first you need to know who you're selling to, right? And if I'm doing a security camera video where I'm selling to a 55 plus demographic, they want
Hmm.
to know the facts, right? They want to know what this camera does, how much it costs, stuff like that. And I'm going to give that to them because I understand that's what my demographic is. So you need to learn first who you're selling to.
Yeah. Perfect.
If I'm selling sleep gummies, that can be a wide range of ages
People.
and demographics. So you're heading more towards entertainment on that side, but
Yeah.
you're also solving the problem. It's just about, it's very unique to each product, I'd say.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
both work in some cases. I mean, TikTok Shop is almost like this elusive mystery of what works and what doesn't, right?
Hmm.
Not everyone has the answers, because if you'd be able to just, every single video would be a hit, right? So it's that
Right.
trial and error. You need to find that sweet spot of entertainment and sales, I guess.
Yeah. I think what I pull from there is like taking a microscope on who your potential audience is and what are the talking points that really would resonate with them. Obviously, these are all hypotheses. You don't know if it's going to resonate, but you can take your best guess, right? And so, like you said, if it's a video camera, it's an older man demographic who's interested in facts and the specs and what does it look like, and video resolutions and stuff like that, right? But if it's a sleep
Right.
gummy, it's a more wider range. So you really have to think about your demographic, what speaks to them, and then kind of include that, and then add some calls to action at the end to kind of round out that sales.
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, no, that was a great big help. You touched on this a little bit ago, but you mentioned partners. Can you talk to me a little bit about that? We talked about this a little bit in the pre-call, but generally 99% of affiliates are kind of solo operations. Someone's, recording themselves, creating a video, etc. But you have this unique relationship partners. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So originally I had that summer where I was doing TikTok Shop on my own for an entire summer. And then September came around and I went off to school, right? I'm in full-time student,
Yeah.
full-time college student, and you become busy, right? And at the time, what my roommate, he knew what I was doing, and I knew he had some interest, I guess, in helping out, I'd
Yeah.
say. And I kept telling him, like, listen, there's real money to be made here. Just you got to try this. And it was like a slow transition from, I guess, him helping out with a couple videos to him becoming a full blown partner in crime,
Yeah.
essentially, because the last couple months of school this past year consisted of me and him sitting in my room on the computer all day long, scripting, plotting, product research,
Yeah.
planning videos for the week. And we do retainer deals where we have deliverables of 30 videos for the month. So it
Yeah.
just it became a lot. And honestly, having a partner helps a lot when you are taking this all on at once.
Yeah.
We're gonna transition more towards social based content this summer, to help kind of separate and grow our own pages, I guess, because
Yeah.
this is my account that we've been posting on for a while. So he's gone off and started his own account and has already found some success. So I'm super pumped up for him. But yeah, it was a great time working with one of my best friends.
Yeah. So I think you said you're gonna start separating now and being your own kind of entities, if you will, your TikTok shop creators. Okay, but
Yeah,
still
we're gonna
working each
lean
other.
more towards solo content, just for the sake of building our own brands and not. I don't want to feel almost responsible for his income essentially, because it was going all on my account. I don't want to
Right.
be in that position where if I do want to phase or move away from TikTok Shop, then I almost
Yeah.
feel like I'm uh,
Move.
not including him in that way. So yeah,
Yeah.
either works. But it also gets a little tricky with dishing out
Exactly.
commissions on certain videos and stuff like that. But that's just like a picky thing. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, we also talked about a pre-call, but like having someone there to spitball ideas, right? And a big part of being an affiliate is trying to come up with scripts and calls to actions and hooks. So if you have someone there that's ideating with you, it makes everything so much more easier, right? You don't have the writer's block that we were talking about. So cool.
absolutely.
Love it. Love it.
Um, just to
Yeah,
speak on that for a second, um, yeah, having a second brain in the room is an absolute game changer. I'd say. Um, so my partner's name is Cole Crossless. You can find him at Costless Finds on TikTok. But essentially, us sitting down and having to come up with new ideas, he was a great help. He's responsible for a good portion of some of our most viral videos. So all credit to him. He's a great mind to have in the room this past year. Probably wouldn't have been able to do it without him. But again, um, the video style changes when you have two people, right? Your
yeah.
options open, but they also close because you're not doing solo faceless content. You have to include a second person. It's more in a skit style. There's a lot of different styles in the TikTok shop community, and having two people in a video usually results in a skit style video.
Mm.
So it limits you in that way, but at the same time, having someone to bounce ideas off of is a great thing to have too.
Yeah, I agree with you in that separating or having your own solo channels is great because you can kind of have those silos, but you can definitely still work together. Like, hey, I have this idea for a skit on my channel, and then if you have one, I'll gladly do one on your channel too. So it's kind of like the streamer-ish type feel, right? Where they kind of synergy with each other and kind of make things happen for each of them.
Exactly.
Cool, man. So we're reaching to the next part of the show where we review one of your videos. And so the video I have here is, like you were talking before, it is a video camera, right? Or I'm sorry, like a security camera. And I go ahead and play that. Right.
No batteries or wires needed for this wireless outdoor camera. It's rechargeable with a battery that will last 6 months before recharging. All you have to do is unscrew it and plug it in, and you will be good for another 6 months. It's completely wireless, so there's no power outlet needed. The camera is extremely clear HD and has many features, including a microphone, alarm, speaker, and light. It has automatic motion detection and will notify you of any activity. If you're interested, just click the link below and get 25% off using a coupon. No battery.
All right, that was awesome. So I'll just describe a little bit. It's kind of faceless, right? You have a funny clip in there where you, I think, are masquerading as a robber, broad daylight, and you're kind of snooping around. You could tell it's like, not a real robber. And then it's mainly faceless after that, right? Just kind of talking about the camera showing some kind of street scenes, and when you talk about each of the features, you kind of review it on the screen. So yeah, great video. I could see why it did so well. Like, what are some of the stats behind it? Like, how many views did it get, and then GMV generated, if you know, like rough amounts.
Right. So I think it's around 5.6 million views right now. Yeah, 5.6 million views all time. So interesting story about this video is this was our first real success with
Okay.
a great video, like a video that really does solid numbers, right? This
Million
changes all
plus, right?
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, this video was posted I think in June or July of that first year that I was doing
Okay.
TikTok, so last year, and it did not do well in the beginning. It had 800 views, 0 units sold for maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks, and then we got a sale randomly. So
Yeah.
the guy actually featured in the video is one of my good friends, who's another one of my partners, who's featured less, but I'll be working
Yeah.
more with him in the summer. But essentially, that's him fake robbing the house,
Yeah.
just as a attention clip. But yeah, we only got a sale within a week and a half, and then like another week passed, and we got another sale. And I'm texting my friend, and I'm like, "Dude, we sold 2 cameras. Let's go. This is whatever.
Yeah.
We made some
Okay. So
sales."
you're psyched. Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm like Venmoing him like $10 here and there for like
Yeah.
commission, and we're pumped up, right? Because it's just online money's up is online money,
Yeah.
and we had a good time making it. But things started to pick up randomly. We're selling like a camera a day, 2 cameras a day, 10 cameras a day, 20 cameras a day, 30, 40, 50 cameras a day. And I'm like,
Yeah.
holy crap, dude, like what is going on? And this
Yeah.
video just took off and has done consistent numbers every single month for the past year. Every single day it makes me money. And it's
Yeah.
honestly unbelievable. But part of it is due to ad spend from the company themselves. They've taken that video and thrown money into the system to promote that video
Yeah.
consistently throughout the past year, which is a great thing to have because we're both making money because of it. But yeah, this I don't know if it was luck, but this video has been great and all time numbers. I mean, it's done over probably 100 to 150 in revenue or GMV,
Mm,
essentially making us 20
20.
20K commission or more at
Yeah.
least, and that's big. Those are big numbers for
This is like
20-year-olds.
this
So
holds yeah, for sure. This holds a special place in your heart too because it's like one of your first popping ones. So you're saying you're doing one
right,
every couple of days and one every day, then 50 a day. So like I want to know
right,
more about that. Like those moments when you're sharing it with your buddy must have been insane. You must have been like
yeah,
ready, like you must have been like on cloud 9 for like ear to ear.
absolutely. It
Yeah.
it is surreal for a good bit, especially when I mean, you can check our Venmo history. It's like $10, $20, $1,000, 2,000. It's like it was really unreal just seeing those numbers, realizing that it just took that one video to pretty much, I mean, not change our lives, but set us in a new path,
New
honestly.
direction. I
It's
love
been
it.
great. Um,
So
but another thing about that video quick, I don't want to take credit for it because this
sure.
is the crazy part about TikTok Shop. Um, that video was completely inspired by another existing video. And essentially, I had that security camera, looked at the top selling videos and looked at the top one, took the exact script word for word, took every camera shot frame for frame, recreated
Nice.
it the best we could, and it worked out. So thank
Yeah.
God we gave it a shot. But that just goes to show what TikTok Shop holds, I guess.
Can do. Yeah. Yeah. Funny you mentioned that. I'm actually working on an app that surfaces the top videos, extracting the scripts, the hooks, the bullet points, and kind of giving it to affiliates to work their magic with. So it's kind of like
Awesome.
simplifying the process that you talk about. I'll review some screenshots of it post call with you. And
Cool.
for those listening, in the next couple of weeks, I'll throw out some more teasers. But this is the first that you've heard of it here with the interview with John. So I have something cooking for that type of analysis and fun
Awesome.
stuff.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, man, it's great. I love to hear your story. One question that did pop up. So you mentioned you started in May of 24, and this video was in June, July of 24, right? Or like this when you made it. Okay, so it's a couple months of you kind of grinding it out. Um, and kind of just keep making the videos and kind of putting that 3 a day, and then eventually over time it kind of popped off like it did. Nice, man. Okay, so up it's the rapid fire round, just a handful of questions, just answer to your best of ability. But what is estimated lifetime GMV for you?
In between 500 and 600,000.
Nice, not bad for a 20-year-old college kid, huh?
Yeah,
I love
not
it.
bad at all.
Have you been able to purchase anything cool or splurge, or are you kind of saving it all?
No, man, I bought a computer, looking to buy a Sony camera here soon. Unless I can get it for free, who knows? Samples have been increasing in value lately. I just got a $1,600 lens for a camera from QVC. So who knows? But
No
that'd be
way.
my next purchase is a Sony camera. But I haven't gone crazy at all.
Nice. Well, good. I know. From our limited conversations, definitely have a level head. And you're approaching it kind of a lot more mature than I would be if I was 20 years old.
Right.
So kudos for that.
It's tough out here. Yeah.
Yeah. What is one piece of advice that you wish you had when you were first starting?
I'd say consistency over everything. Consistency and improvement every day, and you cannot lose. If you
Yeah,
improve every day, even just in the slightest amount, and you stay consistent, you will not lose and you will succeed. At the
yeah,
end of the day, that's all it takes. If you do
yeah,
those two things, you will change your life.
yeah. I hear, like, out of all the interviews I've done, the number one is consistency, but this is really the first time I've heard someone share consistency and improvement. Because if you're just consistent with crap, then it becomes a losing battle. But if you're improving, even if it's 0.01%, that's better than the day before. So like consistency and improvement, right? So yeah, man, I love that piece. Consistency and improvement. Like it's not just posting every day, but like changing something to actively try to get better at any facet of the video, right? Whether it be script
Yeah,
writing,
that's
hook, or whatever it may be, just improvement.
yeah. I'd say that's a common error. Is just uh, they take the consistency advice and they follow it. Kudos to them for doing that.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, if you're posting crap every day, you're gonna get. If something doesn't change, it's not gonna just
Yeah.
miraculously happen overnight. You need to improve as well. And people get frustrated when they do post for 30 days, 5 times a day, 10 times a day, and they don't
Yeah.
see results. That improvement is such an important part of the
Yeah.
process. And that's looking at other people's videos, talking to people in the community, joining an agency, whatever it may be. You need to be doing something extra on top of that
Yeah.
consistency. Really change your income, basically.
Yeah. I don't consistency is a great word for it. I'm sorry, improvement is a great word for it, but there's maybe something in there of like, not necessarily like, because improvement means like you have to get better, but it for me it's like a hypothesis. Like you have to test something new in the hopes of getting better. It doesn't necessarily have to be better because you never know. Like it could flop. Like your idea can get a lot less views or not, but I think the core of it or the spirit of it is like you're trying to get better, right? So consistency was trying
Right.
to get better. Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
love
I
that.
agree with that.
Nice, nice. What is one thing that you can improve on as a TikTok Shop affiliate? What's one area where you're like, man, I wish I did better at that, or this other affiliate's kind of killing it at that, and I wish I did that. Where can you improve?
Yeah. Well, it's such a changing game constantly because of trends and what's hot and what's not. It's
Yep.
very hard to understand what's gonna work and what's not. It's
Mhm.
you would love to have a magic orb or ball that tells you what's gonna work, but um, my number one issue, honestly, is lack of experimentation, and
Okay.
that comes with some laziness and a lack of processes.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
those 2 things where I don't have an established process where I'm trying new products or new video styles, consistently throughout the month. It's more of like, I'm gonna post what I normally post, and then randomly here and there, I try something new, but that's
Yeah.
where I'm gonna try to improve this summer is having a system that
Yeah.
requires me to try something new consistently while
Yep.
also, like, experimenting with new products, because
Yeah.
there's endless opportunity out there,
Yeah.
and if you're only hitting a segment, you're really putting a roof on where you can get.
Yeah. The possibilities. You're limiting your
Yeah.
possibilities. Once I love this question because it allows me to kind of give back to the affiliate and creator as well. But like, if you're talking about introducing new strategies and creating a system that allows you to do that, maybe it's like I'm going to try 2 different video making styles a week, and then kind of making that a mandatory thing, and then that consistency over time that we're talking about will kind of take its course. So yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's a great piece that you can improve on. Last question here, but what does the future hold for you now that we know TikTok has somewhat stable footing, and it's kind of world is your oyster type feel. What is some future plans for you, John?
That's a great question. I wish I had the answer to it, but I have an idea. I mean, a lot of stuff is up in the air right now. So, like I said,
Cool.
I'm a full-time college student, um, in a bit in the business school, and I it's really tough in this
Yeah.
era of AI.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. I have no idea what the world is going to look like by the time I would graduate. I'm seriously considering taking a gap semester or a gap year this following year to see what I can do on my own, but also see how this AI automation revolution unfolds, because that's a serious concern of mine, especially as a business student, where my degree isn't essentially going to be very technical.
Yeah.
The fear of being replaced
Yeah.
is astronomical
Yeah.
for myself
Ever.
and a lot of people.
Yeah.
And not that I even aspire to having a normal job like that, but
Mhm.
I don't think it'd be very smart to just go in blindly right now into a job market where things are constantly changing. So I'm looking to
No.
possibly take a gap semester, a gap year to figure things out. I'm definitely going to give TikTok Shop my all this summer while also working on some side projects, whether that be a brand, an app, something that I would build rather than just, um, get commissions off of, like to build something this summer. Not
Yeah.
sure exactly what that's going to be. But yeah, we're kind of waiting. We're playing the
Okay.
waiting game right now to see how things unfold.
No, that's smart. That's smart. Super smart. Yeah, the advancements in AI with like UGC creation, but also kind of like, it's maybe a taking a step back, a huge question, right? I have nephews and nieces that are graduating college, and we talk about AI all the time. And like, hey, is what I'm dedicating 4 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars and basically my life to going to even be equating to anything at the end of the day, right? And that's a legitimate question. So yeah, I'm glad you're kind of thinking it through. Like, you know, maybe you can pause. It's okay to pause for a little bit. I'm not advising anyone to pause, but like
Right.
think about it. Like, can I pause? Is it okay? What would happen if I did or didn't? Right. So I'm glad you're asking the question. I think that's
Yeah,
super smart.
definitely.
Nice, man. But yeah, again, that was John, 20 years old, college student, killing it on TikTok Shop. For those listening, appreciate you listening. AffiliateAcademyHQ.com. You hear John's stories and more. And yeah, thanks for listening in. Thanks, John.
Thanks for having me. I had a ton of fun today.
All right. Catch you next time.